This is the Raw Talk Podcast.
We already started the live.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop while I'm ahead. Maybe I should go to bed. Why do I keep making it more than what it should be? Or is it what it shouldn't?
Yeah, welcome. We just wait for our guests to come in here, man. This is our third interview with Miss
Ka'mel Lauryn.
Yes. We just wait for her to come up in here, so we can get started. Once again, she's a singer, songwriter. She writes scripts, entrepreneur. Hello, our guest is in. So let's get this started. Something hard. Oh Lord. Then she came back in. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Can you feel it, baby?
Hello and welcome.
But I thought you took by
Something's wrong.
Yeah, something wrong, definitely wrong.
Oh man, the connection, man. Like we can do this in a pre-interview, but there's no telling what's gonna happen. Maybe we just gonna keep doing this until we get her in here. I think I'm gonna have to.
Hello and welcome, you guys. We're gonna have Ka'mel Lauryn in here tonight. She's already in. For some reason, we having some technical difficulties. You guys, I want to say thank you so much while my husband is fixing the live, you guys. For some reason, it's something going on with our live over on her end, I believe. If you guys can be a little patient and hang in there with us, with one of the greatest guys, great singer.
Hold on, we're gonna do it. Try again.
Cause you always changing the topic. No matter how you treat me, there is no giving up. Cause whenever
We'll see what's up.
See what's going on with the connection.
Hey, I never left up in here since the beginning, but it just didn't let me join. So I'm not sure. But hi everybody, I'm Ka'mel Lauryn. So nice to meet you guys.
Yeah. So my name is John Fire 2025. This is my wife Christy, and this is the Raw Talk Podcast. This is the interlude edition, which is our actual episode. Is this a special edition? Because we got the last episode on 27th of this month. But we have here a wonderful singer, entrepreneur, owns her own clothing line, a lot of stuff. Miss Ka'mel Lauryn.
And we are grateful to have her here, guys. I mean, we have ran into a wonderful woman, very humble. I was listening to a little bit when my husband was, speaking to you earlier and giving a little bit of your background. And I was just, some of the background that you were giving, I was like, okay, that's definitely a good connection between. I can feel the connection between us because, like, some of the things that we have going on with the children and just traveling, around in the universe and stuff like that. We definitely would love to have you a part of our team, knowing that you're a singer, you're an all-around person. And I just love to have you on my show again, sometime.
Thank you.
So, later on, maybe we can have you sing something for the people.
Yeah, I can do that.
Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, basically, I just want to know I heard a little bit of the interview. You tell our audience how you got started and your steps to getting here. To get to singing.
So I've been singing since I would say 4. I'll say 4. But one of my grandmothers, my paternal grandmother, she told me that like ever since I could before I could like sing, I was humming before I was like even talking. So I think like singing has always been something that I've done, but that more so comes from like my mom singing to me, or my maternal grandmother would sing to me as well. The first song I ever sang was Summertime, the Billie Holiday rendition of it. So that's how I like started singing. But I've always been interested in the arts. I've always been someone who wanted to write, to sing, to dance, to act. And over the years I got vocal training. I played the piano, I had dance lessons, and then in high school I was a part of drama club. I also took vocal lessons at Peabody Institute. So I tried to really stay involved in every aspect of the arts that I was interested in.
Okay, so just, hearing, listening to some of the things that you were speaking on, just and inspire, how do you, and if you would like to inspire someone else, how would you go by inspiring other people? Because I know that you was talking about the mental health of certain things, but sometimes mental health is not always the crazy side of dealing with things. Sometimes just dealing with emotional aspects of life as well. So could you explain, if somebody would want to get started and they don't have enough confidence in doing something, and and they just wanted to just, be inspired by being a singer or a dancer or something like that, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that they're able to achieve anything they want to achieve. They're able to reach the dreams that they really want in life. And I say that because a lot of people point out that when I say that I want to do something, I go after it. My family tells me that, and so do my friends. So for me, I'm like, apparently I've inspired people just by moving. Like me moving to Atlanta. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, but I moved to Atlanta because it's a great place for me to reach my goals with singing and acting and just being a creative. And like I did it because I was able to, because I had connections, and I haven't made it yet, but I'm working towards my goals. And I guess me actually doing something, like getting up and actively trying to stay creative, has inspired people. But as far as people that I meet who say, they want to sing, I tell them to just sing. Like, sing your favorite song. Go on YouTube and listen to other singers. Study somebody who you're inspired by and see how they started. For instance, for me, Jhené Aiko is somebody who really inspires me, and I know that I've studied how she started off songwriting more, and how she even got into the industry was more so through her connection to Lil Fizz, who was a part of B2K, and it was more so of a neighborhood type thing. She's from LA, and a lot of people are, connected there, and they're like family, so they try to keep their stuff close knit. So that's a lot of what I learned about her, and then I've seen her evolve as an artist, even just from 2014 to 2021. And I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. And I'm not saying anybody can sing, but if you're gifted, if you have that talent, then you can do it.
Let's start with technical difficulty.
Can you hear me? Now? No? I'm gonna just be patient. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
okay.
Now.
That's what we've been doing.
Right. You don't
stop. We got spectrum, so They are perfect, but we just gonna run through it. You know what I'm saying?
So I understand. I've done Instagram Live for my with you were talking about mental health, and I've done like my Instagram Live for the art of healing, and I do like open mics. Like
there we go. Here we go.
okay.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope I was able to say a lot for everybody to hear before it started acting up.
It probably just acting up on our end. So a lot, on their end, probably they to hear what you were saying, and that's what what's very important. For them to be able to hear what you're saying, and and for us as well. But like I tell everybody, Raw Talk podcast is like a family. We come in, we give much love, we love on our people, give them support. So therefore, anything that you would like to ask us or have any questions for us as well.
So I saw that you guys, I heard during the, I guess, pre-show that you guys, just started this, and I know that you have a bigger goal. So what even inspired you to create the podcast? Was it just because we're in a pandemic, or what really made you be like, okay, we got to do this podcast?
No, this has been a plan in my head for a long time, and I got with my wonderful wife, and we talked to my brother, a good friend of mine, a brother, a confidant, and they both said, he had brought it up. He was like, "Sean, did you say you wanted to do this? You've been doing this before. It was even such thing as a podcast. You've been networking with people. You've been going out there on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Before people could go live before 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But I never went live. But I was always networking with different people. I done networked with several people, and they said I said I would do it, and they said you better do it tonight. And I did it tonight, and I was hooked. And at first I did it by myself, and then I incorporated my wife. I was like, "Big," you know what I'm saying? Because I need a support. You know what I'm saying? I need a support. So, because I know when I don't have the questions, she has the questions. But at first we were just gonna do it by ourselves, and just talk about different topics. We started out that way. If you go back to the episodes, you'll see that we started out a lot like that. But then one day, something said, invite a guest. And I invited CTL Spoon, a great brother. He has his own line as well, his own brand and stuff like that. That was the first guest. And then from there we went to Sheeta Simone, great, excellent artist as well. And now we all the way here to Ka'mel Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? And I started promoting it. Each guest, I started promoting harder and harder the show was harder and harder. And I looked at I made a reel, and me and my wife made a reel earlier, and we was promoting the show tonight. Mm-hmm. And it had 1,000 and something plays.
Yeah, the reels will do that.
And then it said and then the promotion alone had 500 and something views. And I'm like, damn, we ain't never had that many views that fast, and we ain't even get to the interview. So it's just been a ride. It's just been a ride for us. That's a personal plan. And even though it's not about the views, but at the same time, it's been good to see that people are actually seeing our stuff out there, and we're not just doing this, we're doing it. And I have one question for you.
Okay.
Just before, so you said how you inspire others, but who inspired you to say, yeah, this is something I want to do. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to be a mental health advocate and stuff like that.
Okay, well, when I can't just say one person for that. Just being completely honest, because I mentioned who inspired me with music. I'm not sure if you guys caught that. I was saying Janae Aiko inspired me with music. as far as like who inspired me to be an entrepreneur, I actually in the 9th grade, my father, I believe because I don't think my mom knew about it, but my father heard that there was a business program, a 2-week program, like a camp kind of thing at Morgan State University. That's actually where I went to college, but there was a business program over the summer called the Make It Happen Foundation, and the person who head speared it was Kevin Liles, and he used to be the vice president of Def Jam, I believe, and he also managed, I don't know if he still manages him now, but managed Trey Songz. So he had this program at Morgan, and the 2 people who actually were running it was Natasha Muhammad and Omar Muhammad. They're a couple. I learned so much from them about how to start a business plan, how to be an entrepreneur, what to do with your resume. So that really inspired me because they have their own clothing line. They've done so much with helping other businesses evolve, and they had mentorship programs. So really they inspired me to be more of an entrepreneur. But I know like initially the person who sparked me being in that program was my dad, and that might be because he has his degree in business and marketing, and he's also done like administration, so he's done a lot, in business. So I guess that's how I even learned in the first place or got interested in being an entrepreneur. So I'll say that for being an entrepreneur. Now, mental health, being a mental health advocate, a mental wellness advocate, that really came from me dealing with my own mental health. Is when I was in high school, one of my close friends, she was like a little sister to me, her name was Diamond Williams. She got killed when I was in high school. That was very traumatic for me, and like I didn't want to walk to school, like walk home from school, or I didn't want to, like, I couldn't sleep that much. Can you see me?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
No, I was making sure it wasn't any technical. That's fine. I couldn't sleep sometimes, honestly. It was a very difficult time in my life, and then even after high school, when I got to college, I dealt with depression my first year of college, and I didn't really know what was going on. So me learning about myself by going to some of the counseling centers, activities that they had in college, and then starting to go to the counseling center, and then eventually my senior year of college, I did my thesis was called The Art of Healing, how people could deal with grief and loss, and that really was about my friend Diamond and about my paternal grandfather passing away. I had to deal with like my grief, but through the arts. So it's like I didn't have to do that, but that's how I was able to do it. And I think I initially learned that from high school, because what I failed to mention is that one of my friends, Miguel, when she knew that I wasn't okay, she asked me to go with her to a grief support group at school, and the counselors who were at my high school, they encouraged me to still pour myself into theater, because I was in drama club, and they encouraged me to still sing and still write. So that helped me cope with things. And then I put all of this together in college. When I knew I needed to have my thesis, I was like, wait a minute, I need to do something that's very personal to myself. And I didn't want to stop there. I want to impact people with it in the long run. Like, I want most of my content to be geared towards healing people. So, like, even if it's just me sharing my own story. So that's why I was inspired to be a mental wellness advocate.
Okay.
Well, I heard that when you asked the question earlier, or, me and my husband about, what inspired us to, run a podcast. Well, at first I wasn't inspired to run the podcast, but, from me being from South Carolina and, my husband from New York, and we did a lot of traveling and we was on the road a lot. And by me seeing different people and seeing different things and different things about our history and just learning different things, and I just wanted to share more of what I've learned to our children, so they would know the truth about our history. So I was inspired by that, and then my husband, I know he wanted to speak to the people and run a podcast, but I said, well, that would be a great idea, because of the fact that I say that's how we can reach people and other people that could connect with us to
know that we should seal the deal, 'cause you're all I got left, and I don't need no stress. Never had me a mess.
yeah, the thing has paused again, but anyway.
Yeah, y'all froze for a second.
And so I was inspired by him, to get on. I'm not, a person that like to be on the, if you knew me, I don't like getting on the camera a lot, but sometimes I do get on the camera. I'm kind of camera shy a little bit, but I do get on the camera, and because I believe that I have something that needs to be heard. You see what I'm saying? Like everything that's negative is not always negative. Like you were saying with your friend, you went through a hard time in your life, but you actually gained something while you lost something. You see what I'm saying? And I lost a lot as we was traveling from one state to the next. And at one point, I found myself in a financial snag, and I didn't allow that to hold me back. But I found every positive gold nugget that I could. I sit back and I observe people a lot, and I was inspired by different people, not just by people that was in a house. I was inspired by homeless people. I was inspired by people that was on drugs. I was inspired by people that sell drugs. But I looked at it in a different way. Instead of looking at things for what it is, I looked at it for what it was not. And I was like, wow, because some people can, amaze you how they do certain things and how they survive. Just looking at people and just learning.
I like that. I really like that. And thank you for breaking that down for me.
Yeah, so what kind of scripts do you write?
I write all types of scripts, honestly. I can write a screenplay, or I could write a stage play. I also have written treatments for music videos. I've written ads. It really just depends on who wants to work with me or what I'm inspired by. If you're talking about genre related, my favorite focus is usually dramas. I usually love relationships, love, romance. That's really my thing. But I also can tap into a little bit of comedy. But it's corny comedy, really, because I'm corny. So,
me too.
And the first play that I wrote was earlier. I told you guys about the 24-hour play slam, but that play that I wrote was called Between Them and You, and it was actually really serious. But I made some parts of it about love, but it was really about the main character having to deal with a mother who abused alcohol, and he took pills to cope with it. And he also dealt with his mom being sexually abusive to his sister, but he had to hold on to all those things, and that's why he was even taking the pills that he was taking. But with that being said, he had a girlfriend who he hid those things from, because he felt like that was his piece, and when he was with her, he just wanted to be with her and not think about everything he had going on. But eventually he realized he did need to come clean and tell her what he was dealing with, and with doing that, he was able to have her help him. And I feel like oftentimes people don't realize.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube. I want to extend it and do more, but it's on my YouTube channel because I ended up doing a film of it, a short film of it, and it's me and my best friend are the main characters in it. So it was a project in college. So it wasn't anything like professionally done. It was just like a school project. But other content that I've written more recently has been more so about me and like my life. So I'm working on a book, a poetry book. So I really love poetry. So I've been writing a lot of poetry recently, and I've also partnered up with my business partner. Yes, we do. So I'm looking at the comments. We do need helping hands. And also I see my best friend that I was just talking about, Zoe. Shout out to you. He's the one who's in the it's okay, Zoe, in the comment. But he's an actor, he's an artist too, so he's actually on my song MTA. I don't know if you guys heard my whole EP, but he's on that song. But I was saying that pretty much like in Atlanta currently, I work with New Atlanta Storytellers, and that's me and Cash, or she also goes by Keely. We do ads for people, we write treatments, we want to eventually just do like films and documentaries. We're working on a documentary currently with someone, which I can't really say what that is yet, but you guys will know when it comes out or when I'm able to promote it more. But with us doing different content, working on different content, I know that we've worked on projects that hit home for her, or an idea that she had. I was able to collaborate with her to be like, okay, we could turn this into a series. So that's kind of what I do when I'm working with people, or when I'm working on scripts. That's kind of what I do. And I work with artists like Phoenix Dreams. She's an artist out here. I'm working with her on her music video. So it's a lot of stuff coming. I know it's not out yet, but I've been really trying to collaborate more with people, because I know you asked me just about scripts, but I write songs. I'm working with. You said what?
It sounds like you have a lot of. I said all things. I mean, we want to know everything. We want to know everything that you really tell us within the time frame. You know what I'm saying? So we just intrigued by, the scripts you were describing. You was describing how he was on pills and this. I'm like, hey, you know how to do it. It's like a movie going on outside your window.
I did just hear the ambulance ride past, but that was a dramatic effect.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I do a lot, but and people have said before, why do you do so much, or why not pick something? But the thing is, I don't know what everybody believes in. I know that sometimes they're like, people have more than one life, or reincarnate, or whatever the case may be, but you're only whoever you are one time, so right now I'm only me right now. So with me being me, I want to do everything I'm interested in, and if I'm able to fit it in, or I'm able to do it, I do it. I don't want people to believe that you can't. If God gave you the talent to sing, to act, to write, or that's just me. If you want to be a boxer, but you're also a chef, or you also do bike tricks like BMX, something. If you were gifted with those things, do them. Do it. That's how I feel. I feel like you should do it. So that's why I do everything that I do, because I know that I was given those talents and I don't want to waste them. And I love doing it, and it's possible. And then on the other end, the way this life is set up, we need to have multiple streams of income. So if you know how to do more than one thing and it's manageable, do it so that you can start to build yourself up and make multiple streams of income eventually.
Right. That's very important. I think it's most important because, you know, as you grow and you learn, you know, different things, you know, just stand out to you. You're like, oh, I thought this was more important, but, you know, I had to learn a lot of things, you know, along the way. But, you know, that's one of the important things. You make sure you have some income. That's definitely important.
Yes.
So,
as I said, life is short. Yes. Fulfill our lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything you want to say?
Like I was saying, I want to talk about why you just do one thing. I'm constantly thinking. Like, my brain is constantly thinking. Now, we're doing a podcast, right? My brain is constantly thinking. When I'm asleep, my brain is constantly thinking about the next thing I could do, the next move, the next achievement move I could do. You know what I'm saying? I don't just, you know, the podcast is about to go on after the 31st episode, and then I got a new show coming. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I gotta constantly keep thinking about how I can keep food on the table, I can keep the lights on, I can do this. And I have so many things that I want to fulfill. It comes to me at one time. So I have a new idea. First we started off the promotion and stuff for the podcast was a little lame. Now it's getting somewhere. Now it's going, you know, we doing full. We're doing full-on promotions, deal my wife is getting into it, and it's starting to become better. So everybody is not. Some people may be born to do one thing, but other people is constantly thinking of the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. They may take a break. And people may be like, oh, well, he ain't did a show in a while, so he ain't got nothing going on. But I'm still thinking, I'm still putting stuff together, I'm still reaching out, inviting people on the show, I'm still doing this, I'm still doing that.
Somebody just said a step at a time pacing. This is exactly what I was going to say to you. You got to strategize. Like, people think, oh my goodness, you're doing so many things, or you have this idea. When you get another idea, you write it down. I will physically write something out, but I also, if I'm out somewhere, I will put something in my notes, like on my phone, just jot it down in my notes and revisit it. And what I see is that if I see an opportunity present itself and it's something related to what I want to do, I take it and I do it. So if I have the time, because yes, you do have to keep the lights on, you have to keep the food on the table. So, like, you know, obviously I have a day job. I work my day job, but on my free time, I'm staying creative. I sprained my ankle like a couple weeks ago, so I was off of work, and pretty much I didn't want to waste any of that time. So I was revisiting scripts I haven't finished, listening to music. Like, producers were sending me music to listen to figure out if I want to record something, figure out how my next project's going to be, having meetings, like staying productive. So I take the time that I have when I'm free to be productive or make a game plan for the other ideas I have. I worked more around Valentine's Day. I tried to make sure I did some more promotion with my clothing line, because with the new collection, that's totally different from, like last year I had F2020 shirts, and EFF stands for Evolving for the Future. So obviously that was just for 2020. You can still wear it now, but I wanted to just have that as the kickoff. And now that I'm doing something different, you know, I have a whole nother collection. I'm doing it differently. I'm not doing it the same way. I'm doing drop shipping this time, and it's a lot in me having everything on hand and shipping everything out. And, you know, the way I was able to promote the stuff before, I want to evolve. So I'm trying to get more customers and be strategic with that. So that's different. I want to still push my EP, Love Plays. So, I try to find ways to maybe do a reel sometimes, or go on my story, or I did a Valentine's Day special on my YouTube singing all the songs from my EP. So I try to really, really find a way to do the stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, we enjoyed, listening to you, and I'm quite sure that people want to hear you sing. They want to hear that beautiful voice from the Queen. We're definitely thinking about coming back to Atlanta in the future.
Yeah.
Right now, we just want to, be here in South Carolina for a little while, because I believe that, my hometown needs a little bit more inspiring and inspiration. You have a lot of talent down here, hidden talent that need to be explored. So a lot of people doubt South Carolina, but we have a lot of things down here, a lot of people down here that actually have a lot of talent. And that's what I came back home for. Once I noticed what, did a lot of traveling, I said, wow, I believe my hometown have a lot to offer as well. So I just came back home. So, but we'll be back in Atlanta soon.
That sounds great. And I'm on a podcast, the Modern Crowd podcast. So, maybe at some point we could collaborate both podcasts, But I can sing. Well, I know you said you wanted me to sing. I didn't know if you were saying now. I can do it now if you want me to. Okay, well, I will sing some of my song MTA from my EP Love Plays. It's Mta Featuring Zoe, and I hope you guys like it. I'm just going to sing it a cappella.
Let it clear up, bro.
Action good?
Let it clear up. Hold on. Don't do this. Instagram. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. There you go.
It was.
Hurry up.
Okay. I'm like, you guys weren't freezing on my end, but maybe I was freezing on yours. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I wanna love, I'm talking about the real kind. Come here, baby. Show me what's in store. I'm not complaining, need someone who ain't playing. Tell me what to do. 'Cause I know wishing and hoping that it's up to nothing. But me and you, best believe we got something. No, we ain't average, 'cause we're above it. Love it when you touch it. Looking for a love that's more than anything, more than anything. Tell me what to bring, tell me what to bring. More than anything, more than anything. Thank you. Sorry, I know y'all started clapping. I was like, let me wrap it up.
I just like when I was a kid or growing up, I heard a lot of different music on the radio, and it takes me back to the times. Like the whole mood of it is like, wow, this is really something I can listen to on the radio.
So, if you follow me, just DM me. But
can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you for a second. Yeah, I saw you for a second.
Like I said, it just takes me back to when I was growing up here for the video. My wife will be right back. But we just enjoyed that. I'm pretty sure that everybody else in the live has enjoyed that. If you just pop it in, this is the Raw Talk podcast with Christy and Y'all Fire 235. And we have the Mill up in here.
Ka'mel.
And this is Ka'mel.
I know.
Lauryn. I mean, it's always that the last name always trips me up because it's like.
I know it's Ka'mel Lauryn, but some people say Ka'mel Lauryn. So I mean, Lauren or Lauryn is fine, but it's Ka'mel.
Ka'mel Lauryn.
Yes.
With that. Ka'mel. Come on.
Yeah, I know. We were going back and forth all night with it, but yes.
Yeah, that's why I just let my wife say it because I was like, I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, man, we just enjoy everything, man. We enjoy having good quality people come on here, positive, doing something out there, other than. Tonight, but we just appreciate and are honored that you did the show, and we appreciate everything that you're doing and that you supported us. That you support us, we support you. We just, if anybody else in here who wanna be a guest on the show, just holler at us.
I'm gonna put my Instagram name in here because someone asked and. I know.
I'm gonna say, where can you find Ka'mel Lauryn?
I just typed it in. You can find me on everything at KAMEL_LAURYN. So like Instagram, Twitter, on YouTube, I am the Ka'mel KA''MEL show. So you can find me on all platforms as far as music at Ka'mel Lauryn. My EP is on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, everything that you like to listen to. And I really appreciate you guys having me on here. Thank you to everybody who joined us live. I appreciate you all.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Anytime you want to come back, just let us know, and we'll have you on here. Like I said, like me and my wife always say, once you're a guest on the show, once you're a guest on the show, you family. You gonna talk podcast family. Might even ask you to be on the new show that I'm covered up with. I'm thinking about having all the guests come on that show as well. So we appreciate you, Miss Ka'mel Lauryn. We appreciate you. Thank you. You have a wonderful place. You love what you're doing over there. My wife want to talk. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so baby, we're gonna be focusing on the kids. But thank y'all for your comments. But we try to be focused on the guests. I love everybody. I could have waved at you, but I'll wave at you. But thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, we thank you for the support. I'm not talking to y'all guests. I love y'all guests. We love y'all guests. And we appreciate you coming in here. Because I've been performing this thing like a wild man. I told my wife, come on, let's get up here and do it together. Because first I was going to do a little promote myself. And then I was like, you know what? Come on in here. Because, you know what I'm saying, you on the show as well. And people want to see both of us together, don't you think?
Yes, they do.
But we love y'all, man. So please come back to the next show. I'm going to be promoting the next show. We got one more interlude show. And then on the 27th of March, we got the final interview with a special lady. She in here. You know what I'm saying? She in here.
Thank you.
But we appreciate you.
Well, you meant the person that was in there. My bad.
No, you too. I was just talking about.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for everybody who I saw. My parents stopped in and some of my close friends. I saw Taz. He's on my song 24/8. I saw him come in here. And I already said Zoe, and I saw my bro Mike. So I saw a lot of people in here that support me. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank y'all for coming out, man. You got anybody you want to shout out?
I think I can send my shout because my dad. Shout out to my little brother Miles and my little sister Madison. I want to give them a shout out because they're always encouraging me, and I can't wait until they get older and I see beautiful beings that they become.
Okay.
So I'll give them the shout outs for tonight. Those will be my special shout outs that I get.
Alright. I knew you was gonna get somebody. But we want to shout out those we want to shout out the end of the podcast. We want to shout out Elijah R. Freeman, great author who has his books on Amazon. Urban Fiction and Urban is Not Dead. There's two different. Fly by G Money. Even he put a promotion up with the show. Who's also up in here, you can go to his stuff at Loan574 and check him out on Instagram. You can check out Sheila Simone at Sheila Simone, also on here on Instagram, and she on YouTube and all the other platforms that you visit. I'm gonna stop talking because Spotify, Apple, yeah. But hey, I want to shout out our guests that came in here. All the guests, our personal guests, and the guests that came in and made this show a show. And we appreciate y'all. We want y'all to come back. We want to keep bringing the hotness, the greatness. Like I said, where 2 or 3 are gathered is the conversation. If you're not in here on Raw Talk Podcast, you're missing out on greatness. And good night.
Good night.
Thank you guys for coming in and joining us with our guest tonight. We appreciate you guys for being in here and listen to what she had to say.
Yes.
We enjoy her so much. I apologize, my tooth was killing me, you guys. Oh, I had a major toothache. Still doing my tooth.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go stop for a minute. Yeah, go run out to go get my medicine.
Yeah, but there you have it, man. We had a wonderful guest. Once again, we had a wonderful guest on, Ka'mel Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? So, there's more to come. You know, it's more to come. I'd like to shout out Mama. You know what I'm saying? She's in here, and I appreciate her, and I can't wait until our interview. You know what I'm saying? But this has been Raw Talk Podcast. Thank y'all for coming in. We out!